Hello everybody, this is the VHS dude, and I haven't got around to making any new videos yet. I'm going to do a mini review today of a little DVD, we'll get to that in a minute. I just wanted to update and talk about what I thought of some of the new movies that have been coming out this summer. Quick rundown is three good ones that I've seen. The Iron Man is the kick in the balls that superhero movies have needed. I mean, every time we have these superhero movies, they're all about the tragic hero, or how the hero's always like dark and tragic and all that bull crap. It helps to have somebody like Tony Stark, who's just an asshole and a drunk, and can still be an asshole and a drunk after being attacked by terrorists and have his body ravaged by technology. Can still do that. Good movie. I don't know how Iron Man 2 is going to fare. I just hope they slow down. Other movie, Speed Racer. This has been, a lot of people have been on the fence with this one. Either they absolutely loved it or they hated it. I loved it, mainly because, I went in there expecting what I wanted to see. I wanted to see something that was dopey and cornball and that would be exciting. And it was, and I left that theater with the biggest smile on my face I've had in a long time. So, yeah, it's a fun ride. And then, of course, Indiana Jones 4, which a lot of people have said, like, aliens for Indiana Jones. Like, well, if you can believe in ghosts for Indiana Jones, then whatever. Again, this is another deal with what do you want when you go to see a movie? When you go to see an Indiana Jones film, do you really care about the historical accuracy of it? Because there is none. Everyone comes to Indiana Jones films to see action and comedy and character. And I got all of that. The characters didn't annoy me like they did in Temple of Doom, so it was a good Indiana Jones movie. It's not a great one, but it's a good one. Real quick, talk about some of the DVDs that have come out this week. The only big one that I can think of is Be Kind Rewind, which I love VHS tapes, so obviously I'm going to love it. But it's still going. If you love movies and them making fun and people making amateur versions of movies, then you'll like it. It's really fun. It's not a great movie, but it's fun. Movies coming out this week. We have Get Smart and The Love Guru. I don't know. First, I don't think that they're both great. I think I think they're both overrated. Although Mike Myers is probably more overrated. So I imagine that The Love Guru will probably take the #1 slot, even though it can be really close for both of them. I don't really care. Next week, though, Wall-E is going to be the biggest thing ever. So, all right. So DVD review time. I've decided to do more. I've decided to do reviews of these like $1 DVDs only because they're cheaper and they're easier to find and they're more obscure movies. So this is one that was actually sent in by Ryan. It's called Project Kill, starring Leslie Nielsen in a kung fu action film. But funniest thing about this cover is that top it says digitally remastered, and yet I don't remember when Nielsen had blue hair. I don't, and that's because of the lighting. It's not digitally remastered. In case you haven't guessed that already, there's grain, there's shit everywhere on screen. It's horrible. But how's the movie itself? Well, there isn't much acting. It's just Leslie Nielsen plays a secret agent. He wanders around as a secret agent, gone AWOL, and it's a poor man's Bourne Identity. It's totally a poor man's Bourne Identity, with some amateur kung fu in there, a little bit about the Philippines, and it's basically just Leslie Nielsen walking around the whole movie having strokes about about taking drugs or something like it. It has something to do with the secret agents. But probably the best thing of this film is the fact that the ending fight scene is so bad, and Leslie Nielsen actually dies in the end. I'm going to show this just to prove it to you. In the end, Leslie Nielsen dies by being punched, or rather like pushed in the nose. And that's how he dies. So, yeah, well, I'll end with that scene, and I'll probably do this next week.
do. You tell me. Priority 1 and all that.
So that's your problem, isn't it, Frank? What's wrong, Frank?
Come back, John.
What's the matter? Need some help.
He's not dead. You can see his arms moving.
Wait for it.
Now they're gonna come after you.
And he's dead!